G'day, it's Simon and James. Welcome to South OC Cars and Coffee. You know, just when I think the show can't get any better, we have a morning like this morning. Man, is it going to be a huge one. What do we got, James?
So we have Bowden Auto House that brought a group of 20 cars out. Within that group, 3 RSs, SVJs, 2 Carrera GTs. The guys from DDE are here with their SVJ. We have...
and by the way, on that, he got picked up on the way here, so I've already had to talk to Damon. You got to watch that because it's not your average... We'll call it an unspeeding ticket.
Yes, an unspeeding ticket. We have a Revuelto, we have a Koenigsegg. I mean, it is just a wild weekend here today. What do you see?
Yeah, absolutely crazy. There's a $80,000 motorcycle, which looks pretty cool. Beautiful 69 Camaro and Hago Orange with a houndstooth interior. So much great stuff. Hey, don't forget, if you come to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember, respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes getting on and off those freeways and on the streets of San Clemente. We've got a busy morning. Let's go for a walk and check some stuff out.
Let's do it.
We got Damon from DDE rolling in this morning. Welcome, mate. Good to see you.
Simon, you had quite the welcoming for us this morning.
Oh, I heard there was a little group down there. I believe that the Carrera GTs, the SVs, got a little welcome.
They brought everyone. I've never seen something on the river.
Well, it's just showing the love, mate. Showing the love.
Oh, they're really nice of them.
Oh, that's good. Good to see you, mate. Welcome.
Early when they're anything.
Yeah, exactly. You're paying their wages. You're paying for their donuts. Big welcome to Tim and this amazing Koenigsegg. This car's been here before. Absolutely love it. The Regera. Just such a pretty car. I mean, look at the carbon fiber on that thing. Such beautiful blue. Now these are the guys who have brought several Koenigseggs to the event previously, including Ruthie, the world speed record holder. They're just such a special car. There's only a handful of cars really that have the presence of these. I mean, really, for me, it's something like a Pagani or a Bugatti, maybe an Apollo IE as well, definitely an Apollo IE, but just such a special thing to have such an incredible hypercar here.
Here we have Damon's SVJ here this morning. What a crazy car. Absolutely love the livery on this. If you guys will recognize it, matches the one that they used to have on their Murcielago GT1. So cool. Just come back from the gumball rally they did through Asia. Love the 1016 roof scoop on this thing. The crazy AL13 5-spoke wheels. What a beautiful SVJ.
So this guy, now, when was the last time you got picked up for going too slow, Damon?
It actually was 3 years ago.
Look at that.
I got my nice, this is my ticket of admittance to South OC Cars and Coffee today.
There you go. Yeah.
A whole bunch of them got handed out today.
You know the thing that really sucks though? We should be getting half of that. I mean...
Well, you're not going to get anything because my lawyer's that good.
Oh. You can pay us directly then. Is that
Yeah, here. Yeah. I should have just... If I go to pay the police on the side of the road, is it bribing?
In South Africa, they call it an R100 form, 100 Rand. So if you get pulled over by a cop, you give them what they call an R100. The locals call an R1. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. There's some things we can control and there's some things we can't.
I said Simon said.
Well, it works.
You're playing the game Simon says. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well. We're here now.
I'm here now.
It's going to be an amazing morning. We've got some amazing cars. There's something coming in to fill these gaps.
I heard there's someone's having eggs for breakfast.
Exactly. Do you know what that means? Having eggs for breakfast. Go and Google that in the car world. And then a couple of Carrera GTs over there, which is...
Yeah, I'm glad you parked them away from me. I don't want to get caught with that Josh guy.
No, exactly.
Just joking. Josh, like a really good friend of mine. Better be clear about that on the internet before someone starts fake drama.
Yeah, exactly. That never happens, right?
Oh, never.
No, never. All right, mate. Well, enjoy the show. We're going to go for a walk around. Always good to see you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
And I think ticket dismissers should have a booth here.
Hey, ticket dismissers. Actually,
we should put up an Auto Allies booth here. How do you do that?
We got an eye accident booth if you have an accident, but we haven't got somebody fixing tickets.
I should bring Auto Allies.
There you go. Done. All right, mate. Pleasure. Enjoy.
Next to the SVJ, we have two more V12s. First of all, the beautiful Lamborghini Revuelto, the replacement, of course, for the Lamborghini Aventador, and then another SVJ next to it, again with the 1016 hood on it, built by the guys over at Infamous Motor Group. These cars are both owned by the same guy. Love the matte black look on them. So, so pretty. In the front row, this is a Keating, so it looks kind of similar to a Koenigsegg or a Noble or something similar to that, built in the UK. It's a very, very interesting little car. Love the metallic paint on this, the red interior. Very, very cool. Absolutely love this thing. Looks like it has a V8 in the back, but maybe an LS or something similar. But this thing is so rad. Love it. Stunning 991.2 GT3 Touring. Have a look at this car, the beautiful PTS, kind of, it's almost like a chalky blue exterior, made it do a 6-speed manual. These bucket seats with a houndstooth interior. What a stunning car. Oh my God, this thing's beautiful. I still love the 991.2. I think it's probably one of my favorite generations of Porsche. Very, very nice. We have an absolutely stunning 992 Turbo S. This has the Heritage interior, the Sport Classic wheels. I believe it's PTS Oslo Blue, which is one of my absolute favorite colors on this car. This thing is just so, so pretty. These 5-spoke wheels are absolutely timeless. See the CCBs with the yellow calipers on there. And then that Heritage interior with the brown leather, the houndstooth inserts. Just such a pretty car. This thing is probably a ridiculous amount of money. I'm assuming this is probably a 300,000 plus sticker, but God, the owner did such a good job with this spec. 3RS wasn't rare enough. Here we have a 992 3RS Tribute. You can see all the green accents on this car. It's absolutely stunning. They all were done, as far as I believe, in this white with the green accents, and it is so, so pretty. You can see the line around the side with the 3RS livery. You can see this little American flag for the Tribute. God, this thing is cool. Love the contrast of this color. We have three absolutely stunning Lamborghini Aventador SVs. These guys all came in together, as I'm sure you could tell. We have two Roadsters, one Coupe, the beautiful, what I believe to be Rosso Maz SV Roadster that you guys have seen here many, many times next to the Rancho Borealis SV Coupe. Completely stock, which I honestly don't think you really need to do anything to this car to make it look perfect. And then you have a lightly modified, kind of more of like a burgundy SV. Has some sort of kit on there. I'm not sure if it's Top Car, Novatec, what it is, but you can see it has a more aggressive front lip, side skirts, and then a more angular wing with the tips that angle downwards. Either way, very, very cool lineup. Let's have a look at this 296. Oh my God, this thing is beautiful. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but this is a green over brown spec. I absolutely love it. This came in with the group from Bowden, which is about 20 of these guys, and this thing is absolutely stunning. This green exterior is just so pretty. The 296 looks really, really good in this. And then it has a brown saddle interior. God, this thing is cool. We have the two stars of the show, the two Bowden Autohaus Carrera GTs. My God, these things are absolutely beautiful. Probably the most timeless cars in my opinion. The guys at Bowden, this is their shop car, one of them at least, one of many. They just put on this beautiful set of BBSs. Love the houndstooth on the inside of this, and that silver is just absolutely timeless. And then next to it, we have a very tastefully modified CGT owned by a gentleman named Jas, who has a crazy collection of cars. And I absolutely love this. It's what I believe to be an Inozatec purple, either vinyl or a PPF. And then next to it, you have these HRE. I believe these are 522s. These little rims set up on here. So, so pretty. Have a look at these cars. What a way to end off the exotics row.
Overflow lot is so busy this week. Starting off, this is the bike I said earlier is like a $90,000 build. Have a look at this thing. The airbrushing and the detail on it is absolutely amazing. I was talking to the owner when he brought it in, and just the stitching and the detail, like the alligator skin on the seat and up through here. Super cool build. He actually bought it for virtually nothing from a when they sell off the contents of storage, and then he put a ton of money into it to make it what it is. Now next to it, these guys have brought one of the most iconic supercars. This obviously is a Lamborghini Diablo, and its presence is incredible. This is from the days when Lamborghini was not owned by Audi as it is today, or part of that group, the Volkswagen group. It was its own thing, and it truly is an amazing supercar. Look at the size of the back section where the engine is absolutely huge. When you come back, and I'll try and get back to give you the perspective, when you look at this car, it is so long, and the back section, this half is where all the length is. those classic Lamborghini wheels, absolutely wonderful. Next to it, it's baby brother. I've got a Huracan sitting over here, still one of my favorite cars. This is an Evo. I would have one of these in orange. Give me half a chance, just beautiful. And then next to it, they keep rolling, the hits keep rolling, of course. Aventador here, just wonderful as well. There's quite a few cars through here. I don't know, James got the chance to go through here. Ferrari, obviously that's a 488 by the look. 458 Italia. I'm still a fan of these cars. You know, when you look at these two cars, very, very similar. Main difference, turbocharged V8, naturally aspirated V8. Now, for all intents and purposes, this is a faster, more refined car. But for my money, I'm going to take a 458 because it has that sound of a Ferrari V8. It's just absolutely wonderful. If you're ever looking at these two, a bit of a cheat, I mean, they look so similar in so many different ways. Headlights are slightly different. But if you ever want to know my cheat way of knowing which one is which, the back is slightly different. And this doesn't have the vent there. But for me, the quickest way, see the door handle on the 458 recessed? Door handle on the 488 actually was designed to give it aero. So there's your quick tip from Simon on how to tell the difference. Next to it, AMG of course. And then finally finishing up this row, until we go down a little further, Maserati MC20. I think these are one of the most beautiful looking cars. However, I would prefer it if it actually had a V8 in it as opposed to the bi-turbo V6. Now, it's not hybrid like a lot of the other cars, like the Artura, you know, like the Ferrari 296, over 600 horsepower. And I get all of that, and even the new Ford GT obviously is a V6 as well. But if you're going to have a supercar for me, personally, it needs to be V8, V10, V12. What do you think? Put a comment below. Have a look at this beautiful Cobra from the guys at Superperformance. These guys are sponsors of the show and have been coming here for years, and they just build the best Cobras. Look at the design on this with the wide body on it. It's just a different take. They do so many great different versions of the car. Look at the red instrumentation. Super cool. How great is this? Two little 356 Speedsters side by side. Such a beautiful and iconic car. And I don't know if you've noticed, our latest merchandise actually has one of these beautiful little 356 on the front. Just a great little car. Nice looking wheels on this one. And they look so good side by side, don't they? Such a wonderfully simplistic little vehicle. Very nice.
Nails done. Girls with the nails done.
We got Bob and the Corvette Club here this morning. There are some great cars through here. Have a look at all of these cars. One over here I just spotted we're going to go look at in a minute. A little 63 that, well, we'll just call that the holy grail of Corvettes. Tons of C7s. We've got a C8 over here. We got a C6 over here. 427, that's very cool. All the way through. This is the holy grail of Corvette years. Why is it the holy grail? Because it is a split window. What do I mean by that? Look at this spine down the back of the car through here. So the story goes that when this car was first released, the public and the management at General Motors weren't overly excited about this split. In fact, when the following year came out where it was a one-piece rear window, people were actually cutting that out and replacing it. Today, if you've got one of these and you happen to have done that, you would be kicking yourself because that split is what makes this really, really special. They did it for 1 year. Split window Corvette is iconic. They did so many different versions with different power plants. It really doesn't matter which one you've got. It's still going to be one of the most valuable Corvettes, and certainly I think the most collectible year. But it's just lovely to see them because they're 1 year of this car, just 1 year of split window. And it was by accident, really, so very cool to see.
Nails done. Girls with the nails done.
Really clean 59 here. Somebody's done a great job of it, running a later LS engine under the hood. As we look down the side of it, it's got some cool features in this car. It's resto mod, obviously, if it's running a newer engine, but the interior looks, apart from that CD player in there, looks so original, massive wheels on it. But the thing about a 59 that makes it so special, if we come around here, are these teardrop taillights. Have a look at that. They are just such an iconic thing. We just talked about that split window Corvette. It was the same thing with the 59. And then I guess, again, in the Impalas in the 66, where they went away from their round taillights in these cars and then went to this sort of teardrop. And once again, at the time, it was great for a year, and then people said, no, we want traditional looks, and they went to the round taillights. On the 66, they did the same thing. They went away from the round taillights, went to a straight bar. 65 had round taillights, 66 had a straight bar. 67 came along and they went back to the round taillights. So that makes this collectible. And the massive size of these fins, I mean, look at that. It's a huge car and it's so imposing. The V on the trunk lid, everything about this thing is super cool. Somebody's done a little bit of work on this BMW. Check this thing out. Aside from the crazy wide body on it, tons of carbon fibre. Have a look how they basically got rid of the back section of the car. It's super cool. Have a look. Nothing there, right? Full-blown race car. Look at the shifter. Just the brake as well. As we come around to the back, have a look what they've done around here with this wide body. And it's great. Somebody's put a ton of work into this. Good roll cage. Very, very interesting build. Carbon fibre dash. Really nicely done. Have a look at this special motorcycle. This belongs to Jim, who's won Car of the Week more times than I can count. This is an amazing 1930 Scott Flying Squirrel. Have a look at this motorcycle. It looks so original in so many ways. The old sprung seat. Interesting engine on it. It's you'll notice it's actually liquid cooled. So the first thing that gave it away for me is you notice there's no fins on the actual head like you typically have on an air-cooled motorcycle. And I thought, wow, that's strange. I wonder why it doesn't overheat. Then I saw the hose. Then I saw the radiator that's there. So this is actually a liquid cooled motorcycle back in 1930. Amazing to see something like that. But the other thing about it, notice the tank shifter. This was common on a lot of motorcycles, including the Harley Davidson at the time. So if you think about it, you literally had to take your hands off the handlebars to change gears, which is no mean feat, obviously. You know, that's a little bit interesting to have to do that, but very simplistic. You know, kickstarter back here, brake over here, and then obviously throttle and clutch over here. And notice there's a couple of little finger levers over there. That's one of them, I'm guessing, is probably to actually advance and retard the spark, which you need on a lot of these old motorcycles. Here comes Jim over here. I don't want to talk about it too much, mate, because I would like to come back and make you Motorcycle of the Week, if that's all right with you.
That's okay with me.
All right, mate, but it's super cool. So, hey, make sure to tune in to the other video. We'll put a link below to watch this as Motorcycle of the Week. Really cool, mate.
Thank you.
Regular of the show, previous Car of the Week winner, and why wouldn't it? Look at this thing, this beautiful Plymouth Roadrunner Superbird. Such an amazing car. Love the colour, love everything about it, including that pistol grip shifter that's inside there. It's always great to see. Love the steel wheels. Just such a cool example of classic muscle cars.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to.
All right, we have reached the Mopar part of the section. This week we had a club reach out to us. Over 60 Mopars. I think the final number was 67 of these guys rolled in, and there's just tons of them. They just came in this morning at 8 o'clock and they kept rolling, kept rolling, kept rolling. It was absolutely amazing. Remember, if you've got a club and you want to bring them to South OC Cars and Coffee, please reach out to us in advance. That way we can do what we did with these guys. Bring you in early, park you together, and you can make a day of it at the show. Have a look at this. This Mopar's as far as the eye can see. I saw this rolling in with the group this morning, realised straight away this is the brand new electric Challenger. First time I've seen one, and you know, it's kind of interesting. It's got the back end and lines of a classic Charger. The front looks contemporary, obviously. One of the interesting things, the owner actually let me sit in the car earlier, and it's got a traditional style start button, it's got a traditional style shifter, and when you push start, it pumps through the car and outside of the car various different sounds, but yes, you've got that classic Hemi sound pumping out through the back of the car and inside the car. So they're trying to retain that feel of, you know, their equivalent cars. Aha! The owner has just arrived. Thank you, sir. So let's do this. Let's come around here and sit in the actual car. All right, here we go. Jumping inside. Feels like an American muscle car. I mean, even the digital dash, when you look at most modern Mustangs, for example, they've got a very similar dash. Let's push the start button down here. Hear that? So it actually sounds like a muscle car. And then we've got down here drive mode, so we can go through different modes. Sport mode. So track mode. So you've got the ability of going through all of these different settings. You know what? I think it's pretty cool. One of the things I like about this is they've not tried to make it a typical electric vehicle. If you hop in other things, for example, like a Tesla, you've just got the screen that's here. I was riding around in one this week with a colleague, and it feels like an electric car. I don't want it to feel like that. I want to feel like a traditional car, and I think what they've done with this is really, really clever, because of course what they want to do is migrate over time their traditional Hellcat owners and everyone else onto this car. So great job, Dodge. I think it's a really cool example of the way things can go.
That is it for an insanely busy South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting the event. Massive thank you to DDE, to Bowden, the Mopar group, and everyone that came out to South OC Cars
Tim
and
as
Coffee
well,
this
yeah.
morning. Tim, yeah, it was a great morning this morning. Please remember, if you are coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, respect our rules: no revving, no speeding, no burnouts. That includes on the property, getting on and off those freeways, and through the streets of San Clemente as well. I want to say a huge thank you to all the sponsors. We have the Bracketeer Way Marketing, Autoparts.com, Meguiar's, Mazda, iAccent Lawyers, Go Mobile Tire, Exodus Rigs, Coldwell Banker Realty, Next Level Auto Protection, Sierra Adios, Creditia, Hillbank Motor Corporation, Magnaflow Camberg, Mountain View Adventure Vehicles, and then of course Josh the Auto Buyer as well. And then I wanted to say a huge thank you to all the volunteers that help us put on this event each and every week. We could not do it without you guys. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch, where we handle all the volunteer rostering. And then while you're over there, check out some of our hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, everything that you could possibly want from South OC Cars and Coffee. If you are volunteering, you get to bring your car in before 8:30, and then Ruby's Anna provides a free coffee and donut for everyone helping us out.
Thank you to Ruby's for doing that, and also feeding the masses, and a massive thank you to the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. If you need to do any shopping, go to the movies, grab a coffee, whatever, come to the outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee sent you.
That's it for another week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys.